Hey everybody, and welcome to the SkyLounge, and this is Sky High, episode number 33. On this episode, boys and girls, we are going to go ahead and recap all of Week 14's action in the NFL. But before we do, let's get us started. With a bit of greenery. And talk about, I think, the game of the week, where everyone's going to disagree, and I understand that, but the Baltimore Ravens taking on the Buffalo Bills was much better than the San Francisco 49ers taking on the Saints. And I'll tell you why. Defense. Some semblance of defense actually means, oh shit! Not just one side of the ball showed up. Everybody fucking showed up. Baltimore, of course, being an impressive team as they are, Lamar Jackson now logs 1,000 yards rushing. And Michael Vick has the most in NFL history for a single season, like 1037, and yeah, Lamar's gonna destroy that record. And you know what? I can easily concede at this point Lamar Jackson as MVP. This cat is bringing a different dimension to the game, one we haven't seen, of course, since Michael Vick, and he's leading to just winning records for his team. Buffalo, however, despite the loss yesterday, I saw so many great things with Buffalo yesterday. The defense, Josh Allen playing better, and you know what? Cole Beasley is somebody the Dallas Cowboys are going to regret letting go. This guy has been a fucking revelation for Josh Allen. Cole Beasley was the sole reason why there was any goddamn lifeline in that game late. Although Baltimore, just being an insanely good team, able to close out. And I truly did think this was the game of the week. The way Buffalo is vying for a playoff spot, the way Baltimore has been so dominant, but they were impeded yesterday. You saw a little bit of weakness in the Baltimore defense, where if you run the goddamn ball through them, they'll bend. And lots of teams saw that. And there's a potential to see this matchup again, maybe in the divisional rounds, maybe in the AFC Championship. Who knows? Buffalo Bills to the Super Bowls. Buffalo Bills to the Super Bowls, yes, because that would be their 5th Super Bowl. And hopefully they could fucking win it for themselves. Hoping for you, Buffalo. Really am. The legends of Jim Kelly. Oh gosh, who's that receiver? Reed. Thurman Thomas, I forgot the linebacker that used to play for them, just this legendary dude. Bruce Smith, is that right? Bruce Smith? So, lots of legends in Buffalo, and hopefully this team can revive the legacy and the greatness of Buffalo again. Make Buffalo great again, Josh Allen. Make Buffalo great again. Now, the 49ers and the Saints, I don't really know what else to say about this game. The 49ers won 48-46 on a Robbie Gould field goal because he's ghoulific. So many goddamn turnovers this game. I just felt like this was such an ugly, sloppy slugfest, and I'm not really in for those games. When I see a game where the total is going to be laughably high in the realms of college football, I completely lose interest. I almost say, okay, cool, like whoever wins it. What a shit-tastic game. Jimmy GQ probably going to get sucked off by the media. Of course, the 49ers. The 69ers are known to get sucked off by the media with their aid-ridden fan base. I don't really know what else to say, dude. I might kind of sound like a salty little bitch, but the fact is, this wasn't a great game. I just thought, okay, cool, both offenses are firing on all cylinders. Drew Brees has 5 fucking touchdowns and a rushing touchdowns. What does that tell you about each defense? Nothing. They're both fucking shit. Nobody showed up on the defensive side. Yeah, you got turnovers here and there, but oh my fucking god. If you think this is going to be a great game in the NFC Championship, think again. What in the actual fuck did we watch yesterday? That was ugly. That was just ugly. Much like the Browns taking on the Bengals in a 19-27 win for the Browns. I mean, the Bengals try to bring it close, but come on, let's be real. The Bengals aren't a real team. Bengals, why are you trying? I gotta really ask you, Cincinnati Bengals, like, why are you actually trying right now? You are coming into this game 1-11, and you're actually trying this game. Which, for the life of me, I can't figure out. And you find it obviously apparently good to bring back Andy Dalton, but it's the same fucking thing, right? False starts, interceptions, turnovers, it's the same fucking narrative. Why the fuck were you trying to be competitive last week when you get that win over, I believe it was the Jets, right? Fucking pathetic. And speaking of fucking pathetic, and listen, I get he's a talented dude, but OBJ, I understand that he had to play with sports hernia throughout the entire season. That sucks. It does. But the way you've been such a fucking cancer historically throughout your career is laughable. And reports saying that, OBJ has told his opponents that he wants to be traded. Fuck off then. Fuck off. Just, Cleveland, get some assets. Get Freddie Kitchens out of there. Get OBJ out of there. Get all the cancers out of there. And start fresh. Get some assets. Go deep in the draft. And figure out what you're going to do. Jesus Christ, dude. What a fucking joke. But to further continue this joke, let's talk about the Miami Dolphins versus the New York Jets. Ladies and gentlemen, the Dolphins lost 21-22 in an effort I thought by Fitzmagic and turnovers the Miami Dolphins would actually win. But surprise, surprise, the AFC East has such a weird dichotomy. All right, you have two teams pushing for playoffs, looking like actual contenders, and then two high school varsity teams. Jets, I don't know what the fuck you're doing. I don't know what kind of optimism pill you're on. The one that Adam Gase just does that shit on, but you're a joke. You're a goddamn joke of a franchise. And as for the Dolphins, like, what are you doing? Like, what have you been doing since Marino? Fuck you. Failures. And the butt fumble. Fight and the butt fumble wins. Whoa, hooray. Isn't that exciting? Whoa. And the reason why I'm more salty, I got all my pick'ems wrong. I got most of my pick'ems wrong, so I'm kind of in the salty mood. Just like this next game. The Carolina Panthers getting their ass beat 20-40 by the Atlanta Falcons in Atlanta. And the legend of Young Ho Koo continues. My goodness, dude is going to be a legend in Atlanta. The way he operates on special teams. He gets the kicks. He gets the onside kicks. He gets fucking tackles. He retrieves balls. Dude's gonna do everything. I hope Young Ho Koo finds success no matter what he does. I know he failed in the Chargers, but Atlanta looks like a great new home for him. And hopefully the Falcons don't fuck him over. Because Dan Quinn somehow pretends to save his job in the latter half of this season, but we all know his ass is getting canned. He sucks. Matt Ryan, moving forward, I don't feel is a great option for you guys. Matt Schaub, like, what the fuck are you doing? Draft an actual fucking quarterback. And speaking of quarterbacks, for the Carolina Panthers, this was a disaster. I know Kyle Allen's a young fella. He's trying to do well in his first season, but this was a disaster. Turnovers, the Falcons just teabagging the Carolina Panthers all over, and talks and reports of saying that Cam Newton is open for trade talks, which you're going to fetch a lot of assets, so maybe, draft an O-line. Kyle Allen can only do so much. Draft a goddamn O-line, please. And Falcons, pay Young Ho Koo. Pay the Korean brother himself, because that man is going to get you a lot of goddamn wins. Guaranteed. When your quarterback starts sucking ass like they do historically, you're going to need Young Ho. Now, moving on to the next game. Oh boy. Speaking of sucking ass. The Detroit Lions existed to take an ass beating from the Minnesota Vikings, 20-7. Detroit Lions. The embodiment of what waterboarding actually is. You watch this team exist through decades and feel as though some football god is playing a cruel joke. And you look and say, wow, that's a franchise cheering for Matt Stafford as the greatest quarterback in their history. You have Jeff Driscoll coming out as your second string option. And who? David Blau? Oh my fucking God. Lions, I get a fucking hemorrhoid just watching your goddamn games each and every week. I ask myself, what fucking fan base deserves this? Like, what poor fan base deserves this shit? Yeah, apparently Detroit. Because, of course, you had success in other sports venues, so I guess it's a sports god retribution to success, right? I don't know. Even then, it just seems really cruel. I mean, the Lions are just... Oh, God. Just light it up. Light it up, Johnny! I can't deal with this shit! Jesus. Let's move on to the next game. The Indianapolis Colts versus the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Yeah, Colts lose 35-38 in a game I thought they would pretty much be able to handle because of the interception machine known as Jameis Winston, who threw 3 interceptions, by the way, but also threw for 4 touchdowns. And yeah, Vinatieri was out for this game. They brought in McLaughlin, the same cat who was the hero/villain of Monday Night Football against the Seahawks and the 49ers. But the sadder reality of Adam Vinatieri is he is now being placed into IR. Season-ending surgery. And it's sad, man. Because this is the greatest kicker of all time. This is going to be arguably one of the greatest kickers of all time. And to see him just fall from grace like this, it's very depressing. I hope he gets a redemption season. I really hope so. I hope he gets the surgery he needs and gets a redemption season necessary to go forward. And moving forward, for the Indianapolis Colts, they need a quarterback. I'm pretty sure Jacoby Brissett's a nice dude. He's a serviceable guy, but he's no starter. He's a good backup. A backup, yes, who can take care and manage games. But to have him start 16 regular season games and expect good things, it's hard. It's difficult to do. And I feel the game, in terms of offense, is very stifled for the Indianapolis Colts. And I'm looking at a guy like Tua Tagovailoa, who may declare for the draft. Decision, being made in January. Who knows? Maybe he falls low enough and maybe the Colts are just there to snatch him up. And my goodness, with that O-line and Tua Tagovailoa, the Colts would be incredible. As for the Bucs, I don't really know what else to say about the Bucs. This is just a fucking team that exists. And Bruce Arians and Black Magic. Ooh. And listen, boys and girls, when you speak of Black Magic, we got to look at Vic Fangio and what he's doing with the Denver Broncos. The Denver Broncos win 38-24 against the Houston Texans. After a week, the Texans beat the shit out of the fucking Patriots. They do this. Now, don't let the scoreline fool you. 24 points, it wasn't even fucking close. The Denver Broncos ran up 31 goddamn points straight up to the Texans, and Drew Lock looks fantastic. I'm not going to lie. Maybe it's the fact that he's a first-year quarterback. Maybe it's the fact that defenses aren't all that prepared for him. But Drew Lock looks great. And he has an arm. He has weapons. And down the line, Elway, if you draft a goddamn O-line with Phillip Lindsay there, oh boy, this Denver team is going to be fun to watch. And, oh, Houston, what the fuck happened to you? What the actual fuck happened to you? Defense has completely prolapsed over the last few weeks, and Deshaun Watson looks... He reminds me of what Russell Wilson had to go through with the shit O-line with Tom Cable. Yeah, that's what he looks like. Scrambling for his life, begging to have help. I mean, yeah, DeAndre Hopkins. It doesn't matter, though. Like, it won't work if you can't protect Deshaun. Crazy. And listen, man. Jesus, is going out fast. What's also going out fast is any hope and optimism for the Washington Redskins. I mean, they were already dead. But funny enough, because the NFC East is so shit, they were actually mathematically viable to make the playoffs with the 3-9 record. But with the loss, they are now mathematically eliminated from the playoffs after losing to the Green Bay Packers 15-20. Like, I forgot this fucking game existed. Just because it was just garbage stats for everybody. Garbage stats for Rodgers, garbage stats for Haskins. I mean, it's a self-pity party, this game. So I want to move on. I don't even want to talk about this game. Let's talk about the blowout, which... All right, Chargers, like, what the fuck are you? 45-10. Does that say more about the Jacksonville Jaguars or the Chargers? I think that's more, that really speaks in volumes as to how inept the Jacksonville Jaguars look. They were down 24-3 in halftime. And I've seen this Jacksonville team before in Dallas last season. When I went to Dallas and actually rooted for the Cowboys because I don't like Blake Bortles or back then Jalen Ramsey. Now he's in the Rams. Doubly hate him. But wow. Just holy shit, Jacksonville. What the actual fuck? You let all those pieces go on defense. What the fuck did you think was going to happen? There's no goddamn O-line. This team is an utter joke. And yeah, good luck moving forward with whatever the fuck you're doing. And the Chargers, you want to clap? You want to pat on the back? Go fuck yourself. You're not getting any of that shit here. Fucking idiots. Was it Phil Rivers' birthday? Happy birthday, Phil Rivers. Happy birthday. Have another kid. Is that going to be what, your 17th, just like your jersey number? I don't know, man. What I also didn't know was how incompetent the Arizona Cardinals are. Pittsburgh goes into Arizona and wins 23-17 while they were battling for their wild card lives. And they come out of it looking great. And as much as I hate the Steelers, I'm giving them credit right here. They go into a building where, I mean, let's be real. It was predominantly Steelers fans because Arizona is a steaming pile of shit. And unless they're successful, their fans aren't going to show out. And despite Arizona making a pretty decent run at a comeback, it just interception very late to kill off this game. And, you know, that kind of seemed to be a theme with West Coast NFC West guys, which we will talk about in a bit. Spoilers, it's these guys. But, yeah, Pittsburgh stays alive in the playoffs. They are in the wild cards. There is hope. And I hate it. I don't like Steelers. I hope the Titans get in. Cheering for you now, Titans. And Derrick Henry's big, beautiful ass. And I don't mean big as in like fat. I mean big as in like bro dude. He's awesome. Big dick dude. Why am I defending shit with cock sizes? I don't know, man. I'm a weird dude. The same weird dude that thought Tom Brady at home was going to do well against Kansas City Chiefs in a matchup that was a rematch of the AFC Championship game, but I turned out to be wrong. Chiefs win 23-16, and of course the national media is going to jump on the Brady is done line, which I am so sick and tired of hearing because they're wrong. They're absolutely wrong. You're watching this game, and TB12 2K is coming, folks. And if you don't know what I'm talking about, it's the rushing yards accumulated by Tom Brady. He already has 1,000 yards. He's going to go for that 2,000 yards. Holy shit. The way in the dying seconds of the game, he runs in to get the first down for 10 plus yards, I believe. It was incredible efforts. This guy's like 42 some years old, still battling for his fucking life and team. And it's unfortunately Julian Edelman on coverage. Very good by a defender, just getting the ball swatted and missing the game-tying potentially game-winning touchdown. And you gotta be looking at the Patriots and thinking, you know what? If they just had one good receiver. Sorry, Julian Edelman, but you're not consistent enough. That's the unfortunate part. I know you put up numbers in the point tally and the yard tally, but you need that big guy. You need the big name. And they had it in Josh Gordon. They had it in Antonio Brown. They don't have it right now. N'Keal Harry, unless he steps up big, who knows? Mohamed Sanu, maybe, but I don't feel he's got the same step anymore. So here we are sitting and saying Tom Brady's done as a second seed in the AFC East and the AFC overall. But I disagree. I'm looking at this New England team and thinking, all right, they caused fucking problems for Patrick Mahomes all game. Defense looked great. I know they made mistakes, but holy shit, are we going to really underestimate the Patriots again? Are we going to do this shit again this year? Where we say, oh, the Patriots are done. Are you fucking kidding me? Have we not done this every fucking year before? Guys, snap out of it. Do not dismiss the Patriots. I'm telling you right now, if you are ignorant about the Patriots, you are going to get fucked over really bad in January. Mark my words. And I talked about the big ass of this big dick beautiful dude earlier. Derrick Henry's Tennessee Titans taking on the Oakland Raiders and 42-21 win. This wasn't even a close game. Despite the fact that at halftime, 21-21. But the second half, the Raiders just did not show up. It was a disaster from Derek Carr's end. And my goodness, coming back home after a long road trip for the Raiders felt like a dick punch. As for the Titans, my God, they're in the hunt and they are so close to the playoffs. They really are. They just need a couple of things going in their favor. If the Steelers drop a couple of games, which I believe they will, because what we've seen from Buffalo has been immensely impressive. And I'm going to tell you right now, I see a loss for the Steelers next week and Buffalo winning and potentially Tennessee overtaking a spot in the wild card. But we'll see. And as the way the Texans are falling down, who the hell knows? Who the hell knows if the Titans actually win the AFC South with Ryan Tannehill? Guys, who the fuck knew? Ryan Tannehill, viable quarterback in the NFL. It was Adam Gase all along. The shittiness was with Adam Gase and the Miami Dolphins all along. Those two elements together caused a shitstorm. Oh, Raiders. See y'all in Vegas next year. I'm going to be in Seahawks gear, though. And my Vegas gear and my Lakers gear. So I'm going to be looking like a whore, but I don't care. I'm not a Raiders fan. I hope you guys do well, but unfortunately, it does not look like it right now. But what didn't look great was obviously, spoiler alert, the Seattle Seahawks losing 12-28 on Sunday Night Football against the LA Rams. And I have said this plenty of times. Kudos to the LA Rams. I hate them. I despise them, along with the fucking 49ers, aka the 69ers, and the goddamn Desert Birds and the fucking Cardinals. These goddamn Ramalots beat the shit out of us. All right? That's the respect I have to give. They fucked us real good. Bare-boned. No panties. No lube. No spit. No kisses either. It's fucked up, Rams. You didn't even kiss us goodbye. You just fucked us. Like Russell Wilson ending the game in an interception. Rashad Penny leaving the game. He has an ACL sprain. Oh, man. Penny, I hope you get better. Penny, this hurts. Like, it hurts, dude. I wanted you to do so well, and you were coming along, and everybody was telling me you were doing great, and I believed it. I was buying into it, and now looks like he's done. And the reality of the Seattle Seahawks is you have to get the run game going. Otherwise, we're dead. We're dead in the waters. And hopefully this week we have a chance, the Seattle Seahawks, to work in guys like C.J. Prosise and Travis Homer more into the first team run game, right? Not the fucking special team shit. I'm talking first down, second downs, third downs, fourth downs, cream pie, fuck pie, all that shit. The Seahawks just have to improve from this point on. Russell Wilson did not look great, and that's in part due to the O-line, and that's in part due to the fact that the last 4 weeks, Russell has thrown an interception in each game. He is holding the ball way too longer than usual, and maybe that's some nervousness with Joey Hunt as center because Justin Britt is out long-term, and Joey Hunt's just not the same guy. In terms of center, he's undersized and can get overrun by a guy like Aaron Donald, who dominated the game yesterday. The defense for the LA Rams just had a field day. And again, we got our asses kicked, the Seattle Seahawks. I'm not denying that. I'm not hiding from that fact. But look at the actual optics of the game, the result of this game. The Seattle Seahawks lose, yes. But our overall record is 10-3. The San Francisco 49ers moved to 11-2 because of their win against the New Orleans Saints. So they are, I believe, the number 1 seed. Green Bay, the number 2 seed. The number 3 seed, I believe, is the... Oh, God, is it? It's New Orleans. It's New Orleans. Vikings, number 6. Cowboys, 4. Jesus Christ. Seahawks, 6. Seahawks 5, I apologize. So we're in the same position as last year in terms of wildcard seeding. But we have an opportunity these next 3 weeks at Carolina versus Arizona at home, and the final game of the season taking on the 49ers in CenturyLink Field. If you win that game, you are the first seed. That is important here. As great as the Rams did, I understand that they could go on a run. They could potentially buy in for a wild card because of the way they beaten teams. And if they go on to beat the 49ers, oh my God, think of the immense drama that would happen at the last few weeks. But the Seattle Seahawks just need to take care of their business. They just need to focus up because they have beaten these teams at least once. The Cardinals, the 49ers, the Rams. And yes, we lost yesterday, but remember, we beat them once because of a Zerline miss. The Seattle Seahawks moving forward have control of their own destiny. They can seize control of the number 1 seed if they put in the desire, if they put in the effort and the work. And listen, the run game, Rashad Penny's down, but we got to button up. We got to get better. And boys and girls, in Dallas, which is a place I'm going to be at next week, going to be watching my Seattle Seahawks at a bar, hopefully, anywhere nearby, wearing my Seattle Seahawks gear, and hoping for a win against Carolina. And I'm excited, dude. I'm excited to watch football out of state and talk some football with the locals in Dallas and get their opinion on the Cowboys. And if cheap, I might go to the game. If the fucking tickets are cheap, I'm going to go to the goddamn game and boo against the Rams. But yeah, we'll see what happens. And tonight, we're also going to see what happens on Monday Night Football. You like how I did that shit there? A little bit of swerve with some New York Football Giants taking on the Philadelphia Eagles. And Jesus fucking Christ. What in the actual fuck is the NFC East? You know a 6-7 team is leading the NFC East right now? And don't fucking bring up the goddamn Seattle Seahawks that was 7-9 and made noise. This division is complete and utter shit. Oh, good God, the Eagles. How many fucking times are you going to shit your own bed? Over a dozen, I guess. But this is your chance. If you start winning games straight, back to back, and taking on Dallas and winning them, you can win the division. The Giants, you're done. Daniel Jones is out for 2 to 4 weeks. Eli's gonna be there for the foreseeable future. What else is there to say? Eli's gonna have 1 or 2 great halves, right? But the derp is gonna just burr out of there, and Eli's just gonna Eli. As sad that is to say, it's just gonna happen, right? And listen, I did this last week against the Minnesota Vikings for Seattle Seahawks on Monday Night Football. Let me do this again here. So I have here my notes. NYG, Philadelphia. I'm gonna write on here the score. The score for this game, I believe. The New York Football Giants taking on the Philadelphia Eagles will end in a result where the Eagles fan base are going to get pissed off at the fact that their offense is still inept as all shit, and Eli is going to derp because derp. So, I'm going to say Giants 19, Philadelphia Eagles 24. Eagles, I don't believe your team. I don't. But your division is so garbage that you can actually get into the playoffs at 4-4. If better, good for you. But fuck. Just do something. Do something! Alright. That does it for me, boys and girls. I'm probably going to be rewatching some Lakers action because, goddamn it, man, the Lakers are doing great. I mean, basketball has been phenomenal this season. The rise of talent and, of course, the rise of my Lakers to the #1 seed in the Western Conference. But like I've mentioned before here at the Sky Lounge, Sky High, episode number 33, I will be headed to Dallas this Friday, and we'll be coming back to Vegas on Monday. And going to be watching the Vegas Golden Knights game on Friday evening. Saturday, I'm going to the Dallas Mavericks game, and maybe on Sunday, if I have time and if I want to, based on price, might be going to the Dallas Cowboys game. And man, I can't wait. I can't wait to go to Dallas and just experience all the shit and boast some team gear. Be that annoying cunt. So, boys and girls, I'm going to go ahead and end there. Follow me at the Sky Lounge and all the links in the description below. Like, comment, subscribe for more daily content. Now, fuck off.